Curtis on his time, breaking down the stories every view will unwind. From left to right, we'll see the light. It's balance, we're chasing, no fighters fight. Curtis Selby, talking it straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Selby's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The combos you need. The combos you need. Insights, it's on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The convo's unique. Curtis Selby, talking it straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Selby's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The combos you need. The combos you need. The combos you need.
Well, hail and well met. It is I, Curtis Selby, your tired midnight blogger. What blogs? In this case, at 3:08 p.m. I would like to welcome everybody into the chat. I see we've got some wonderful people here, starting off with Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Kapla, he'll be lurking, just get done streaming his world-class burgers. So that is awesome. And oh yeah, that's a good thought, Gorillas. Where is Spartacus would unalive the world? That, that's something I should have put in there. I was just put it together on the fly. And we have, oh, sorry, I skipped someone. Accounting Sheep, ahoy, welcome. I hope you are doing well. You're the founder of the stream. Your donation is what inspired me to play Spartacus. And thank you very much for that. Snortopurpose Cuber, my favorite polar bear. Hello, humans and other critters. You are quite welcome. But I am a little scared because polar bears can be, eat people and stuff. So in order to placate him, I threw some salmon to him, and he responded with, "Om nom 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 nom. Hello." And Snortopupus says, "I'm not Spartacus," which I think all of us have seen this movie. It is one of my favorites, but because it's so long, I don't often watch it. But I am happy to watch it with you guys today. I'm feeling just a tiny bit under the weather, so I think that this will be the only stream that I do today. My apologies. But I am very eager to get watching. So, last little thing. Of course, I spoke too soon. Gorillas, don't be jealous. You know you're my favorite gorilla. Of course, you're also the only gorilla that I know. So, yes, gorillas is in fact my favorite gorilla. A very close second is King Kong, and a very close third is what Coco or whatever her name was, the talking gorilla. Notice Snorty is his favorite polar bear, but I'm not his favorite gorilla. And we have the Pleasant Valley Picker in the house. Kubrick's only studio movie. He didn't like being under the control of the studio. Uh, PvP is not here in the panel only because he is super, super busy. So let's be respectful of his time. He's got things to do. And God bless him. He's one of my bigger supporters, so he is quite welcome any time. But he is busy today. Kubrick really was an independent filmmaker. That's the truth. If you could call anybody an independent filmmaker, it would be Kubrick. So the poll today is: how do you think history would be different had Spartacus won? And honestly, there's a million different possibilities, including in some alternate universe where Rome had the nuclear bomb, him unaliving the world. But the choices are worldwide peace and democracy. And the other choices are all tied for first place with one voter for each one. Spartacus the First, Emperor of Rome. Spartacus, Reign of Terror. And Keep the Change. I like turtles. Basically, minimal difference, just kind of a blip in history. And some might argue that's all he was a blip in history. I don't know. There's got to be some reason why we still remember him, you know, 2,000 plus years later. And now each one of them has a vote. So, worldwide peace and democracy, Spartacus the First, Emperor of Rome, Spartacus, Reign of Terror, Keep the Change. I like turtles. So, I think I will refrain from voting this time. I want to save my my CPU space for the stream. So you guys, it's up to you if Spartacus wins or loses. And let's see, more chat going on. Snortopoopas, gorillas, how many polar bears do you think he knows? And everyone saying hello to each other. Gorilla, what about Harambe? They only crapped him because he was black. I am afraid I am ignorant. I don't know this person. So you may need to inform me. Everyone's saying hello to Snorty. Uh, Gorillas thinks that I know 26 polar bears. And Gorillas has again been censored. That sucks. I hate censorship. I hate it. Uh, I promise I have. I think that my censorship is on the minimum setting, but my apologies. YouTube chose to censor you. So, all right, I'm over here on Cosme. Counting sheep is saying gorillas, sheep, and bears. Oh my! And Snortopoopas Cuber snuffles. He snuffles twice. It's a two snuffle joke. All right, I am going to hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it. I got to tell you, the actress Gene Simmons is way different than the other Gene Simmons. Y'all let me know how the sound is. Yes, there's an overture. Let me know if you want me to skip the overture or play it. We got to give people time to go to the concession stand and get their popcorn. I think Grok did a little bit better job with my thumbnail than it has been doing. What do you think? Oh, and I see Jamie Lynn Simmons. I am so sorry about that last chat. Let me see what you're saying in here. Yeah, I am so sorry, Jamie. I really enjoy our talks quite a lot. Um, I basically got distracted by my roommates coming in. I frankly did not want them to see the uh, things we were talking about, not wanting to embarrass you here either, but I basically just didn't want them to interrupt or interfere. And so we got interrupted, and I'm sorry about that. But you are always welcome here, Jamie, and I hope to talk to you soon. I love the talks that we've had. She's a very sweet lady, gentlemen. Treat her like a queen. All right, let's see if anyone's chatting. Gorillas. Some dumbass kid fell into the gorilla enclosure because the parents weren't watching him. The gorilla went, grabbed the kid, and they had to unalive the gorilla. Yeah, I think I saw part of that video. Gorillas uses Chat GPT. Sometimes I do. I don't. I can't make up my mind which one does a better job, but I think Grok got this one almost perfect. It's almost exactly like what I want it to be. I don't really look like that, but if I could choose how I looked, I would look pretty similar to the tired blogger in my thumbnail. And that's very close to what Cassie looks like. She's not quite that thickly muscled, but it got a lot closer to what Cassie looks like than it has in a long time. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Marvel to a blank screen and Balrog Barf. Welcome, welcome. Love seeing all these wonderful people here. Kirk Douglas says Spartacus. Tony Curtis. I've always had a thing for these ideals about liberty and some level of equality. And I don't know about democracy, but some kind of Republican form of representation. It hurts me sometimes. Skip the music crap. Okay. Sorry, I just saw that. Not sure how far I need to go. And there's like 8 minutes. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I think this is close to the end of the music. People had much more patience back then, I think. PvP overtures were common back then on long movies to give folks time to get snacks and take their seats. And Snortopoopus so saying intermissions too were more common. Hey, hello, words and pictures. Welcome, welcome. So many good people here. It's wonderful. It's almost as well. I better not say that. Ah, Kirk Douglas lived a long time. I want to say he was 104. Sorry, I've not been keeping up with the chat. Not more music, great cast. Back when Hollywood made great films, if they had the option, they would have fast forward. Snowflakes think they have it tough now. No knowledge of history. Accounting sheet. Amateur mistake should be one guy holds the basket, the other loads it. You just can't find good slaves these days. Yeah, that's right. PvP, in some ways, this reminds me of Ten Commandments. Yeah, it does have a lot of the feel. It was only a few years from it, and there's definitely some similarities in theme. You smell like a rhinoceros. Rhinoceros. Yes, one man leading people out of bondage. If he's not careful, they'll send him to Saturn 3 as punishment. Yes, words and pictures. And hail, Tim. My apologies. I don't believe I'm going to be able to do Star Trek and Farscape tonight, but I wanted to at least be sure and get Spartacus for y'all. PvP. Now Hollywood would make a film about a man getting folks into bondage. High words. Yes, yes. I'm not sure if it's the restored version. It's just what Look Movies 2 has. So hey, everybody saying hello in the chat. Welcome, welcome. The poll is at 40% think that Spartacus Reign of Terror. The other choices are all tied at 20% of the votes. Snortopoopus will find out if Crassus talks about liking oysters and snails. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. The gladiator thing seems so weird now. Yeah, but it was common practice to them. It was quite late in Roman history before it was finally abolished. Mm. Always watching. Accounting sheep. That's a great meme. Gorillas, this is why we lead the world. We're so great. We even got the Romans to speak English. Yes. Hercule Poirot, the Roman years. And accounting sheep, I'll be watching you, every move you make, every breath you take. Natalie Wood says you hit harder than that. I know that's a dark joke. It is kind of a dark joke, but it is kind of funny too, in its very dark way. And hello, Commodore Productions. Welcome, welcome. We're watching Spartacus. Gorillas is questioning what you mean, Tim, or maybe what somebody else means. I don't think he's ever been with a woman before. Ah, I have a thing for hair, I'm afraid. Got me in trouble once. The PvP, at least they didn't have to waste time getting a woman. Best film ever, 9.8. Tim is answering. He may have done some bad stuff to Natalie Wood, maybe other women too. I feel like at this point. Yeah, he was not actually confused on an animal. Yeah. Well, basically, this type of stuff in the scene. Bet some gladiators were so gentle. Yeah, well, I mean, I doubt if many were, but I don't have any idea what Spartacus was really like, but it would put him apart, I think, from most men that he's being gentle and kind to her. The Snortopupus is an animal, and gorillas, I agree. Fire the cameraman! Just a little lower. Just a little. Tim, Cassie bit you when you pet her hair. No, she's never bit anything that, other than chickens. Yeah, PvP, most gladiators probably said, take it off and let's bang. Tim says, Snorty, on the other hand, will bite you. Snort is snuffling, and Tim is rewarding him with fish. PvP says leading men then had to be in shape doing action movies. Yeah, they did. I want to say he was a swimmer, and that's why he was in such good shape. And Tim is saying, if you really want to cut off his balls for the fun of it, yeah, well, the slave was your property. And Jim's landscape, oh my. Tim says, I forget, but did they say something about Jesus at the beginning? I don't. I think this was before the time of Christ. So they may have said something about it in the intro, but Spartacus would have known nothing about Christ because he wasn't born yet. Counting sheep, yes, Sparty. I hate it when DoorDash brings the wrong order too. Yeah, well, as I hate when they just don't bring it. Oh, yeah, okay. See, not all slaves have been black people. No, it's true, Tim. I would even go so far as to suggest that the majority throughout all history have not been black. I wouldn't, I don't know that I could hazard a guess about which race has been more enslaved, but every race has suffered it. It's not unique to the black. Tim said, or PvP says, they said something about this being a century before Christianity. Yes, yes. It wasn't. I don't think it was quite 100 years before, but it was definitely in the century before Christ. Tim says they want the money back. Yeah, well, I want Rome to pay me back for whatever enslaved ancestor I had from back then. I don't know that they had any, but the revolt, according to Snort, was between 73 to 71 BC. So for 2 years, Rome was crapping their togas. PvP, if you watch the more informed YouTube vids, they mention how whites were slaves too. Yeah, I think shared one, or I meant to share one, about how the Romans, in fact, were the society that did the most enslaving, if I remember right, of any society in history. Tim says this is Tom of Finland and Robert Mapplethorpe's favorite film. And Joey, do you like movies about gladiators? Yeah, Rome was just starting to become a little decadent at this point. It's a live action opening to Peabody's Improbable History. Oh, nice. A fight to the death. PvP, be nice. Be nice. I know how you feel, and I feel very similarly. But there's Tony Curtis with his man bun. Crassus was the richest man in Rome. Roma Victor. Oh, accounting sheet. Yes, they'd be buying them with our money. See, that's the difference. I know, I'm being a little bit mean. Let me check who's in here. Ah, so true. There are some who might argue that some of these wealthy nobles were using other people's money, but yes, Tim replying to Crassus was the richest man in Rome. He has an Oscarus in his house. Impertinent. Biggest stickus. Good one. Good one. Accounting sheet. Tim, Woody Strode Draba was one of the first black football players to play in the NFL. And that was in the post war era. Interesting. Rudolf Hess, the Roman years. He's a British chick. Rudolph Hess, Laurence Olivier, the Roman years. She's from the UK. She has good teeth. Thank you, gods. Oh no, another one of those feet people. So this is what the Roman internet must have looked like. Hmm. He just wants her with her feet up, says PvP. Tim, I want to be a woman. I want you all to call me Loretta. Words and pictures took a while to find the information. One first century sestertius is worth $5 in today's money. 25,000 sestertius Crassus paid for the games to the death equates to $625,000. It's kind of interesting that they don't show the fight. I think that's what most directors would have done. Ah, words. Doman Club info. I like it. Okay. So we get to see it, but from Spartacus' viewpoint. Uh, For those about to rock, we salute you. That inflation was just transitory. The sestertius will be back to normal in no time. That's a good one, accounting. Tim, I would have flipped him the bird. PvP, yes, Spartacus has a very small shield. I'm Spartacus. Okay. Snortopupus at his death, Crassus was said to be worth around 170 million sesterces. Accounting, how much does that make him worth in today's money? The sestertian is $5, so wow. Okay. Cue the amok time music. So that would be 850 billion? No, million. No. Yeah, 850 million. So he's not even quite a billionaire. Oh, good meme there, Tim. Hmm. He's red handed. He wouldn't kill me. PvP always wondered why he didn't kill Spartacus. Yeah, I mean, you can speculate, but you don't really know, do you? Tim, crap, I lost 50 sesterces. Snort, actually, nature room, thumbs up was death, and down was life. Interesting. I didn't know that. Tim says, yes, it was going to the throat, the thumb. Yeah, the life of a slave was quite brutal. I think this reminds me a little bit more of Ben-Hur, although it does also remind me of Ten Commandments. But Fire the Decorator, that's a horrible chandelier. Tim, it must have been a straight man who was the decorator. Oh, man, the health inspector is going to cite them for this. Words and pictures. Thanks, Curtis. It was fun hanging out. Uh, I'm away to dreamland. Sleep well, words. Sleep well. Drowning him in the soup, one of my favorite scenes. An accounting sheet sold. Attica, Attica, Attica. Attica, Attica, Attica. Rome. When in Rome. Yeah, forcing them to join them. Vesuvius, I guess, hadn't erupted yet. Hmm. What could go wrong? Ooh. Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar. To put it politely. Julius Caesar, that's the last you'll hear of him. Yeah, he doesn't look like a very success oriented person. Accounting sheep, it's your chicken. Tim, that looks really good. Accounting sheep, I've gone celibate on the chickens these days. I understand that. And accounting sheep, the end is near. The end is near. Get him, Cassie. I love the painting. To the infamy of his name. Great Scott! Tim, John Gavin Julius Caesar later became ambassador to Mexico for the United States. Oh, I shall not violate Rome at the moment of possessing her. So in his own demented way, he does love Rome. Tim, it's 2020. Yeah, sadly, the slave revolt wasn't probably entirely a humanitarian movement. They rarely are. Looking at the slave pits where he was, I think. Cassidy. There we go. Make the Senators fight. I hope these guys got paid pretty good. That had to be hard on their knees. That's why I fought them in fights to the death. Oh, that's powerful. I don't really like that camera angle. Adrian! The gods must be crazy. Hmm. Guy has really nice teeth. I wish love were that. Was love really that easy back then, do you think? Sometimes I wonder if it's gotten harder in our time or if it's always been difficult. I watched a video today. Pretty strong guy. And they raced through the deserts to attack Aquaba. Sorry, wrong movie. Interesting meme accounting. You're creeping me out, Master. I'm sorry to hear that, Master. Gorillas. Did someone forget to pay the light bill and accounting? Oh my. Snortopoopus crassus likes oysters and snails. It did, women and men. This is the extended version. So Rome was a dominatrix.
Hi, Cassie. Good, Cassie. Hi, Cassie.
Trying to train them into an army. That's the thing. They might have numbers, but the Roman army had discipline. Babies. And the Soviets, hmm, I'm Spartacus. While I only like oysters myself, well, anyway, I better not say what I'm thinking. They'll probably get me demonetized at the very least. Make the Romans disappear. Oh, sure, you start saying it and then you clam up. I was just thinking, I kind of like the way an oyster feels on my tongue. That's all. You can interpret that however you like. Mm. But snails, nah, I don't need no snails. He can do magic. Uh, Sing us a song on the piano, man. Sing us a song tonight. Uh-oh. He said Twilight. That's a strong guy. Anthony! 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 But not the way I like snails. Freedom!
Come back in and lay down. One.
I want to know what love is.
Wow.
He got rid of his button. What the heck? I guess, when you're free, you can do that. Rings on every finger. At least he wasn't Priapus. For all of them. That's a lot of money. $250 million. When will the ships be ready? Why couldn't they just come up the coast to where they're at? I suppose they'd have to run a blockade of ships, though. Oh, good one, County Sheep. Yep. Yep. What do you guys think about that? See, game. Oh, there goes the monetization. Raggy. Rome's rut. They make it look like so much fun. I want to raid a Roman garrison. Rome. It's Roman meal bread. Intermission! Okay, I will fast forward it in a little bit, but first I'm going to take a short break. So let's see if they play the intermission like they normally do. All right, I'll be back. Well, that didn't last as long as I thought it would. Nope. They're just slaves. That's tough. What say you, grasses? Are you a Republic? Are you a Republican? Yes, sadly I am. Hmm. Hmm? Oops. Teamwork makes the dream work. The Trail of Tears. Oh, let's see what. Let's see. Gorillas, if you would like, go ahead and share out the link to your new channel, and we'll make sure that we all sub to that, because I haven't subbed to it yet. I've been so damn busy, which is a lame excuse. But please share that link out on the channel, and we'll all sub to you. Probably everyone else already has, but oh, that's tough. A lot more people lost their children back then. That's one reason why people had so many kids, because I know my great 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 grandpa outlived half of his kids. Half of them didn't live to see 20. Hey, it's a counting sheep. Best movie ever. This is the best scene in the movie so far. Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Tonight's conversation. Owen, I'll take the end piece of bread because I know you don't like it, even though I think they're delicious. Me, if you like eat. Oh, God. He got paid to do that. Hey, look, Cassie! With a cast of thousands! Oh, I agree, gorillas. Fire this blanking cameraman. There's a special place in hell for cameramen like him, right next to pedos, people who put ads 8 minutes into a toddler's lullaby. Yes. Why? What? See, the cameraman got that one. Why couldn't he get the woman? I want equal representation. Rome is an eternal thought in the mind of God. Never fight in the sand. Keep your enemies in the sand. Yep. The unwashed masses. Little kids like, what? What's going on? Okay, this is my second favorite scene in the movie. Cool meme, counting. Yeah, his fingers are pretty gaudy. There must be an answer to everything. Man, CGI was sure crappy back then. Joke. It's a joke. PvP is back from an alcohol run. Gotta numb this sore knee. I get it. I do. Little girl's eyes are really pretty. So this is how Liberty dies, with thunderous applause. Yeah. I'm I'm not crying. You are. You are PvP. You're crying. PvP back when straight white men could be heroes. Crassus is not a straight white man, though. Of course, that's probably not who you're talking about. You know, Spartacus is the hero in the film, but the Romans thought of him as a great dastardly villain. Accounting sheet freedom! Okay, I know it's probably overdone, but that's my response to you, accounting. Freedom! Man, that coonskin cap is weird. Yeah, hell to hell with Crassus. Did you say free? Good meme, accounting. You know, I think they have a vaccine for that nowadays. PvP, yes, it's easier to kill a man than a legend. Both of these men essentially made him what he is today. You know, this actor is reminding me of what is his name? He played. I'm having a senior moment. Um, He played Cogsworth on Beauty and the Beast. Can't remember his name. You trained all these gladiators, but yet you don't have the courage to be in a battle. Yeah, I'm looking at MASH, but I'm not seeing him. PvP was the guy that drowned in soup that did the real training. Yeah, exactly. Cassie, these guys wearing wolf skin offend me. They're wearing Cassie skins. That's not right. And Tim's back. Hey, we're eating meat. Tim, all that kid wanted was a doll for Christmas. Never on a first date, sir. Good mean, Tim. They train them everything, but not everything. Yeah. Cassie, I love you more than my life. If memory serves, they got actual, I don't know if it was this movie or a different one, but I think it was this one that they mostly got actual soldiers, ex-soldiers, to play the Romans. So you kind of got the feel of what actual, disciplined, trained soldiers on the march would be like. I could be wrong. It might be a different movie I'm thinking of. But run away! Run away! Hey, Real Wade, welcome, welcome. What if that's the whole purpose of the date? Gorillas asked. And Tim, you are not the father. Yeah, PvP. They had literally thousands of extras. Was that it, Snortopoopas? 10,000 Spanish Army extras. Check YouTube. Okay. Do-do-do-do. Ah, yes. Okay. Ah, my favorite small-time YouTuber. Yes, thank you, Real Wade. You're one of my favorites as well. I don't know who I would. Gorillas has got to be up there too, Just saying. But all right, Spartacus, you're too kind. Spartacus is now 50% of the vote is for Spartacus having a reign of terror if he had won. Evidently, somebody changed their vote because Spartacus, Emperor of Rome, is now 0%, and I know it had a vote. So two of you voted Spartacus, Reign of Terror, and one voted worldwide peace and democracy, and one voted keep the change. I like turtles. Yeah, PvP, this is way better than CGI. Yeah. We have an actual army out there. Tim, this and the Soviet version of War and Peace was like this. I haven't seen that one. In the movie Waterloo, Gorillas votes for the nuke, and Accounting Sheep is sharing a meme of, yes, the armies of Mordor marching. PvP didn't change his vote. Well, I'm not getting on to anyone. I just think it's interesting that somebody evidently changed their vote. Counting sheep, the Democrats changed their vote for them. Hi-oh! Oh, crap. And even the Romans are going to run from fire. Gorillas, so it begins. Yeah, the ones in front are cannon fodder. Yeah, I suppose in history this has to be one of the ultimate mob versus army battles. Run away! Run away! How did they film this? Oh man, wow, wow. I hope those guys got paid well. You got it, Tim. Run away! Run away! Jeez. Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, the Roman generals, oh yeah, look at that. Men are burning. Stunt men were hurt in the making of this film. I would expect so. I'm kind of surprised that nobody died, honestly. You couldn't film, they would just use CGI now. Now that horse deliberately tripped. Oh, PvP, this is a joke. Many Spanish soldiers died in the making of this film. An accounting sheet, that's okay. It's fine when Hollywood treats people as slaves. Yeah, tell me about it. Those shields look like cardboard. Tim, it was that or Franco would have had them shot, I bet. Back when the real stunts were done by horses. And then Gorilla says those shields look like cardboard. Real Wade, are you streaming tonight? Let me know. Or Gorillas, are you streaming tonight? Oh, man. Dead like you. Review of DS9 Episode 2. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. Now it doesn't look like fun. There he is, Spartacus. Tim says it would be funny if someone points out who it is. There he is, it's Spartacus. Well, he's not a perfectly evil man unless he's going to do unspeakable things to her. If memory serves, they crucified 6,000 of them. Oh, Gorillas says it was 97,000? Holy shit. Always look on the bright side of life. Accounting sheep. Oh, you'll probably get away with crucifixion. First offense. Yeah. I used to think live burial would be the worst way to die, but now I think crucifixion probably is. It's literally a slow torture. And at least it gets you out in the open air. Yes. Oh, that's where I got the 6,000 figure. The New World Order. He did become a traitor, a tyrant first. Did he say squid? What did he say? John Ponerero, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're toward the end of the movie, but there's still some ways to go. And Jeff B comes in with a $5 super chat. I am not Spartacus. Thanks for a great movie. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. PvP, what a hypocrite, crucifying her husband while coming on to her. And the Emperor is a real sack of crap. Well, I'm being a little pedantic here. Don't think I'm chiding you, but I don't think he was an emperor. I think Julius Caesar was the first actual emperor of Rome. Accounting sheep, you know more Roman history than I do, so correct me if I'm wrong. But you are right in PvP in that he basically wants to be an emperor of sorts. Yep, you're right, PvP. He is the head honcho and big daddy. I can't tell you why. No, no, baby, I can't tell you why. PvP, with all his power, he'll never have love because he doesn't understand it. PvP asks, do you think a modern audience could watch a movie this long? Yeah, well, they could, I think, but it would have to have, I don't know. I just don't know. Because they do make long movies still anymore, but attention spans do seem to be less than they once were. Yeah, I've noticed that I had a short that I put out that was a minute long that only got 30 or 40 views, and then I made it half a minute long and put some different music to it, and it got nearly 800 views. So, and Gorilla says, "Give us tits." I agree. I like that lady's tits. PvP, a scene like this would be a challenge for them. Yes. Snortipoopist, worry not. Crassus will attempt to conquer Parthia and be wiped out with 3 legions in a few years. Yeah, I was trying to remember what happened to him. Because I know he didn't. It was Julius Caesar that became the big deal later. Well, I want to say there was Pompey, and then there was Julius Caesar. And oh, the emperor with all his power is still a gutless wonder. He captured them, but never broke them. Just attack the emperor. Honestly, yeah. I mean, you're gonna die anyway, so do like that black guy did. Yeah, and let's face it, crucifixion is a way worse death. This makes sense to me as a kid, but now I get it. They're actually both trying to kill each other to spare the other one that agony. Talk about, I don't know, I don't even know what to say. His son looked so much like him back in the day. PvP, the Emperor can add sadist to his list of achievements. And somebody's told me that it's actually pronounced sadist. Can anyone tell me whether it's pronounced sadist or sadist? God. Now try to attack the Emperor. Sadist, so it is sadist. I thought it was, but I've heard people say otherwise, and I can be wrong, so. And they'll call it America. Whoever invented crucifixion was a demented bastard. $2 million sesterces, wow. I think until I saw, anyway, this was a more realistic depiction of crucifixion than most movies. It's still kind of, you know, because even though I'm sure he was a badass, it's hard for me to imagine not writhing in agony, at least till the very end. Put it this way, crucifixion was so cruel and so bad, Mustache Man would use it. He'd do just about anything, but he wouldn't crucify. Snortopoopus claps his paws. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Yes, I think that was a great movie. This was the 2015 digital restoration. Um, Man, it's an incredible, incredible movie. I don't know that it could be made today. The gay guy would have to be like Spartacus would have to be gay or something. The funny thing is, I mean, they talk about inclusiveness. The black guy is one of the best people in the film. I'm not saying the best actor, but that character is one of the most principled characters in it. And that's the way. That's the way, Um, PvP films then were so good at portraying real human emotion. Yes. Well, it seems to me like people have forgotten how to be human. We interact with machines, and we interact with algorithms. And I think humanity is kind of a dying thing. Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much, Accounting Sheet. Gifted 5 memberships. Let's see who got them. Fletcher Williams. Good people. Sci-Fi Mombi. Special K 421. Tim. Awesome. And Anonymous. I got to take a look at that profile. It won't let me go to it. That's weird. Oh well. But I am not Spartacus. Thank you so much. You guys are too kind. You're much too kind. PvP, they want inclusiveness unless you're white, straight, or male. then you're excluded. See, that's my issue. I have no problem whatsoever with a good, a strong woman character or a strong, black. I have no problem with that. Zero. What I just hate that exclusiveness. PvP can't get free memberships as I have a branded account. Interesting. Well, I'm sorry about that. And yeah, it would have been cool if he had. But, YouTube picks them, I think, randomly. I think. So that was Spartacus. I have left Cosby. And you guys are very generous. But I am tired, as the appellation says. So I am going to, first of all, I am subscribed to Anonymous already. So, okay. I don't remember this person, though. They only have 206 subscribers. It's not bad. It's really not bad at all. Ages Nostalgia is a beautiful thing. I'm just looking at a few of their videos, so that's cool. All right. I had evidently interacted with this person somehow and had forgotten because my memory sucks. All right. So let's take a look at. Oh, Jeff B. He was good in Liberty Valance too. I need to see that someday. I never have. All right. So the poll ended up 33%. It's a tie for first place. 33% of you say Spartacus, Reign of Terror. 33% say keep the change. I like turtles. 17% say worldwide peace and democracy. And 17% say Spartacus the First, Emperor of Rome. All right. Well, I love you guys. I'm going to call it a stream. And next week, I hope to be a little better rested. If nothing else, I will do a watch party. Hold on, I may not. When's Mother's Day? Because I want to see my sister on Mother's Day, if it's at all possible. What the heck is that? This calendar doesn't have any holidays on it. Okay, fine. I'll ask, when is Mother's Day? Do, 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 do. It's May the 10th. So I'm going to leave it open. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to stream. I'm not going to say that I am going to stream. If I get to see her, then I won't be streaming, and I'll let you guys know in the community tabs. I forgot one. Wait. What did I forget? I don't know what I forgot, Gorillas. Did somebody else give a super chat and I forgot? I know Tim gave one. Accounting Sheep gifted 5 memberships. Both of you are awesome. You're all awesome. I forgot one. What did I forget? The nuking? Is that what you mean? Well, anyway, I'm going to see who's streaming. If Gorillas, if you're streaming, let me know, and I'll at least be in the chat. I'd love to be on the panel, but the people voted for the Anunnaki. Okay. Oh, well. Okay, Gorillas is streaming at 9. Okay, sounds good. All right, well, I will see all, or hopefully at least most of you, and Gorillas in the chat at 9 o'clock. although I may not be up much later than that. But I will at least show up to watch it. So appreciate y'all. Much love and peace to everyone, and have a good night. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.